Very good morning, students. Once again we are here. Applied English video. Now you know that earlier we had only one video now. A live class also we have. We have begun already chapter 4, social issues. We have discussed there so many things. To express our views, this is one of the main objective. Also that we must become aware that what are the things other than our studies, what are the other things are also going on in the society. We must be aware, we should know it well. And that's why this is a very good book. Not only is teaching, but also we are aware. And then we have said that if any children and nice with the other day you spoke in nice class, all of you, that if you find these type of children working either in the restaurant, in the hotel, rag pickers, so what can be done to help them? And very nicely you all responded, we spoke in our little way, whatever way we can help, you just told. Now today we have listening and learning. See, this is not only just go on speaking continuously if you speak, but at the same time listening, just listen, and what we have heard, from there we have to learn. Listen or talk show. See, these days when we open the TV, when we put on the TV, a news channel's talk show is going on. And write answers to the questions below. See, it's listening and then writing. Then you have to write. This mainly is not only writing part, but listen what you heard and you remember and then you write it. Okay, play the track. So I will play this track 2 times, just listen carefully. Then we read these questions and then you have to write it. Okay, here somewhere in the textbook. So pay attention, listen it very carefully. I play a track for you.
Listen to a talk show and write answers to the questions below.
Good evening. Welcome to our show, Let's Talk. Today's guest is Ms. Anuradha Singh, a renowned social worker and child rights activist who's been working for child welfare for the last 15 years. Thank you for coming on our show, Ms. Anuradha.
Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Today our discussion is about the employment and exploitation of children in our country. So, what are some of the common places where underprivileged children are employed?
Children are engaged in agricultural labor, mining, manufacturing, domestic service, construction, and begging on the streets. Others are trapped in some forms of slavery, forced labor, and debt bondage. Children in debt bondage pay off debts incurred by their parents and grandparents by working for free. Apart from these, there are illicit activities such as organized begging.
What do you do to help the children get their rights?
Our organization is trying to make child labor socially and culturally unacceptable. We work with state authorities and social organizations to free children engaged in labor. We also work to free children forced to work as domestic help.
Please tell us more about your rescue work in the field and your mission.
We are working hard to remove all children from workplaces where they are exploited and rehabilitate them and support their education. Apart from that, our organization also aims at creating public awareness against child labor and demands legislative action to abolish child labor in all forms.
It is our objective also to create maximum awareness against child labor and help create a positive atmosphere for these children to get their rights. Thank you so much for sharing this useful information with our audience.
So students, this was a talk show, the television. And not only this, but sometimes you must watch this type of show, listen it, and try to evaluate in your own way. Okay, news. What is the name of the show? At the beginning only they say listening, and it's all together with little different type of intonations. Who is Miss Anuradha? If you have heard it clearly, then you will be able to answer this question nicely. How long has she been working for the cause? Okay, that is the child labor is the cause. For that she is working. What is her organization called? Organization, institution is called the name of the organization we are talking about over here. What is the topic of discussion on the show? They have this show. On what topic they have discussion? Okay, these days sometimes if you just see the TV show, various topics they are there, they discuss. Name any two fields where children are commonly employed. Restaurant is there, tea stall is there, hotel is there. So these are common things. How does Mrs. Anuradha's organization help the children? They are helping the children. But how? It is mentioned in this talk, in this show. Explain the rescue work Miss Anuradha's organization. Rescue. Just release them. Children, those who are working over there, how this organization is going there, meeting them, and they bring out them. What change does Miss Anuradha's organization want to bring about in the people's attitude? They must change their attitude first. Then the society will be changed. What is the objective of the show? What that show wants to tell? What the message that show wants to give? See, all these 10 questions you have to answer it, okay, by your own. That means you have heard this TV talk show very nicely. I play once again and then we go ahead.
Listen to a talk show and write answers to the questions below.
Good evening. Welcome to our show. Let's talk. Today's guest is Ms. Anuradha Singh, a renowned social worker and child rights activist who's been working for child welfare for the last 15 years. Thank you for coming on our show, Ms. Anuradha.
Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Today our discussion is about the employment and exploitation of children in our country. So, what are some of the common places where underprivileged children are employed?
Children are engaged in agricultural labor, mining, manufacturing, domestic service, construction, and begging on the streets. Others are trapped in some forms of slavery, forced labor, and debt bondage. Children in debt bondage pay off debts incurred by their parents and grandparents by working for free. Apart from these, there are illicit activities such as organized begging.
What do you do to help the children get their rights?
Our organization is trying to make child labor socially and culturally unacceptable. We work with state authorities and social organizations to free children engaged in labor. We also work to free children forced to work as domestic help.
Please tell us more about your rescue work in the field and your mission.
We are working hard to remove all children from workplaces where they are exploited and rehabilitate them and support their education. Apart from that, our organization also aims at creating public awareness against child labor and demands legislative action to abolish child labor in all forms.
It is our objective also to create maximum awareness against child labor. and help create a positive atmosphere for these children to get their rights. Thank you so much for sharing this useful information with our audience.
So this was the talk we have heard. It was a very good thing. We should be aware of the social issues which are there in our society even today, and some underprivileged children, they are supposed to attend the school but they have to work. Whatever reasons may be. Now, listen to discussion of some of the panelists on a television show. Panel is a group of people when they come and they talk. Some of them they speak in favor. Sometimes they have adverse opinion also. Especially these days, very nice thing. It looks like they are, sometimes they may fight. That type of things also taken places in some of the panelist television show. Now here, how they talk, what they talk. Last year we had a very good activities of similar type, and those who are in 8 and 7, yes, you are witness there. It was like a legislative assembly and the two parties, they are arguing. Okay, you are not here, otherwise you could have arranged that type of activity this year also. But let us see, we can do something at home also. These days we are planning for some activities for you, for English grammar and things like that. Now here also is a very good talk show is there, so we must listen, and then from there we have to learn how they are talking, what they are saying, express our views in a proper way, in a proper manner. Once again, this track will be played. Don't go anywhere, just listen carefully, nicely.
Listen to a discussion of some panelists on a television show.
Hello viewers, welcome to our show. It is a great honor to have our esteemed guests from different fields on the occasion of Women's Day. I'd like to welcome Ila Dhawan, famous author, Sana Hamid, the world-renowned badminton player, and Nita Rao, the CEO of Hindustan Industries. Ms. Ila, first, I'd like you to talk about some of the women characters that you have portrayed in your novels, who have struggled against the norms of society and emerged triumphant in their lives.
First and foremost, thanks for inviting me to the show. Women's Day is a great occasion to speak about the characters in my novels. Their struggles are similar to those of any average woman in our society. I have come across very inspiring women who have helped me mold the character of my women protagonists. I highly appreciate their bravery to face all the odds and struggle to establish a correct point.
Ms. Sana, I'd like to ask you whether you feel that women have to struggle harder to achieve anything in our society.
Yes, I do agree with Ila that it is not easy. But my personal experience is that if your family supports you, then the journey of struggle becomes much easier.
Ms. Nita, would you like to share your ideas about achieving to women in a tough corporate atmosphere, which is primarily dominated by men?
I do agree that it's hard to rise in the corporate hierarchy, but hard work and intelligence lays a pathway for those who want to achieve. I agree with Ila that the struggle of an average woman in India is not easy. Many times they face a lot of social problems and even struggle against their own families who are not supportive. Undoubtedly, it is true that the society also discourages the family from supporting the girl child. Especially when the girl chooses an unusual career, the society puts pressure on the girl's family.
I'm sure that you all have had great strength to excel in your own fields. We would like to conclude today's discussion with a special message from all of you to our young women viewers.
I'd like to say that women should have faith in their own ideas and keep walking the right path. This would definitely help them reach their goal. Women rock, keep winning and be happy is my message for all women. I believe that women are the backbone of the society. They should seek empowerment through education.
And with those words of encouragement from our panelists, we come to the end of tonight's program. Thanks a lot, ladies, for being on our show tonight.
So that was another talk on TV about the women. Today also, though we have privilege here in these some of the areas, but in India and in the interior part where we go, even the women, girls, child are not treated very nicely. Speaking and practicing. Speak and then practice. Practice makes man perfect. All of us. Our discussion is there. Read the conversation between two friends. You are talking, you are conversing with your friend Radhika and Nidhi. Hi Radhika, how are you? Nidhi says, hello, I'm fine. How about you? This is a greeting. Speak. Instead of now Radhika and Nidhi, you can say your friend's name and there you learn to sentence, to speak. Listening, speaking, practicing. Radhika, I am also fine, Nidhi. Have you noticed a young boy of about 12 in the shop near our houses? They might have seen. Have you noticed the shop near some of the places? These are the top what you have to copy. Nidhi, no, I haven't. What happened? Radhika, the young boy works in the shop. They are also talking about the social issue. Nidhi, oh, if I am not mistaken, isn't employing children under 14 banned in our country? She is not sure and that's why she is using the word. If I am not mistaken, under 14 we just cannot employ anyone. Radhika, it is, what do you think we should do? Okay, it is the law. So what can we do? Nidhi, I read in a news article that we can call 1098 and the government takes adequate steps to rehabilitation the child. Laws are there, everything is there, but when you call it, what happens, try when you see somebody is working 1098 and then say that one boy, one girl is working in the shop, they will come and take them or let us see what. Do you see any children working in your neighborhood, in a small shop, homes or any other places? Yes, we have seen, but we close our eyes. Sometimes we think what I have to do. Sometimes we think that okay, I am not in a position to help or to do something. What do you propose for them or their parents? What are the ways to eradicate the child labor? Work in pairs and discuss the possible solution with your partner. Okay? So this will be a homework for this video. Possible solution, as if you are talking, as if you are having conversation with your friends that you have seen somewhere somebody working. Try, imagine, and that video can be done. Okay, now let us see what is ahead and then we continue. Here also is a debate now. A man should have women with the household work. This debate, a very good debate it is. All the boys will say no, we are working outside. Now the girls will say yes, we have to help. Okay? Debate this issue in the class and give valid reason for agreeing or disagreeing. See, just be simply not talking in the air. We must give valid reason why men should work or why men should not work. It should be a very supporting, solid reasons. Discuss more possibilities of assigning equal rules to men and women in the society. What are the possible ways where we assign the equal rule? Okay, today we find equal. Even I would say women have gone little ahead of men. They have a very good post and position in some of the places. Okay, so this is the things. I agree. I totally agree with you. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. These are the phrases can be used. We have that in our daily conversation. You are absolutely right. You may be right, but I disagree. See, these are some of the ready-made phrases are given that can be used in a very nice way. So this discussion also, whatever you feel, of around 2 minutes conversation can be said. Okay, see, this girl is working and this boy also is helping. It's nice to help our mother, our sister. I do help my wife in the kitchen, and there they are working together. Many of the husbands, they help their wife. Okay, that is this type of issue. Still it is there. So we have to tackle it in a proper way. Okay, alright, till here it is fine. And when we meet next time in a live, whatever is remaining, we just cover up. Do well, stay home, stay safe, study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.